You're watching Dave's Cards and Sports Games. I'm Dave, and let's get to this new video here from Hitter Sports Cards today. They have the Historic Autograph and Card Company all-time sets. Guaranteed insert in every box. Will I get a Ty Cobb autograph, a Lou Gehrig autograph, or a Babe Ruth autograph? That would be great if that was the guarantee. Here's some of the highlights. Chief Bender from Bemidji, Minnesota makes the list. Well, let's check to see what this is. I have 3 boxes. Got them at Hitter Sports Cards in Blaine, Minnesota. Jesse guaranteed me I was going to get something good. So, Jesse, I'm blaming you if I don't get anything good. Here we go. I don't even know what these things are. They're like, oh, they're there. They're 5 card packs. And I don't know if you get something good in every pack. These are like legend guys from the early part of the century. And apparently you have to guess who the players are. Bucky Harris, he was a great player, Hall of Famer. Oh, and this is kind of cool. This tells you the cards that Bucky Harris was in. So I am going to be really dumb when it comes to these guys. How about one of the greatest pitchers ever, Christy Mathewson? For those of you who play APA, his 1909 APA card is one of the greatest cards ever. A and B, XYZ. I know one guy right there. There's the Georgia Peach. Shoeless Joe Jackson. I was wrong. I gambled. But Shoeless Joe, I believe he's from Alabama. Could be wrong with everything here today. Kind of weird though not to have a card on a name on the front of the card. There's Cy Young. Those are the cards that had him in. That's kind of a cool card. The all-time greats, the Historic Autograph and Card Company. This is the stuff that legends are made of. I'm talking about myself. If something good gets pulled. Joe Cronin, great shortstop for the Washington Senators. You're going to hold that card. It looks like the same guy. It has to be the same guy, so it's Cy Young again. We get 2 more Cy Youngs. And that's the, oh, I get it. That's the portrait from the 1909 card. And one is worth a little more, probably. Goose Goslin from the Washington Senators. Bill McKinney. I don't know too much about Billy McKinney. I know Billy McKinney was the owner of the Timberwolves, or the GM of the Timberwolves. Another Cy Young. We'll do it this way this time. And then we'll go to the back. Cy Young, Jim Bottomley, Connie Mack, great coach. He's coaching right there too. Wear a suit and tie. Cy Young and Casey Stengel, another legendary coach. Guaranteed something in every box. Guaranteed insert. Well, there's the insert right there. A printing plate. Babe Ruth Cyan Printing Plate. 1 of 1. Holy smokes. You're watching Dave's Cards and Sports Games. I don't know where Babe Ruth is on the card, but that is the printing plate they used to make Babe Ruth. A Babe Ruth 1 of 1 Cyan Printing Plate. I'm just going to do 1 of 1. Roy Smalley, $75. I don't see any other 101s. Maybe this is listed as 20. It is listed as 2025. I do believe I have a very valuable card right here. Well, you actually know it's valuable. It says it right on the box. Printing plates, 1 in 14 packs. So not as rare, but the one of Babe Ruth has to be rare. And there's kind of, you can see George Ruth's head. George Herman Babe Ruth. I can't even see him, but that's a 1 of 1 Babe Ruth printing plate. What else is in the box? More Cy Young, Chuck Klein, Christy Mathewson, and Casey Stengel again. So it is kind of cool that Jesse was telling me this, that they do put all the cards in the back, and that's the card that you're looking at right there. It's really weird they don't put the name of the player on the front of the pack. Look at Joel. He's had more cards than that, I thought. Napoleon Lajoie. This guy was so good. The Cleveland Indians, before they were called the Indians, were called the Naps. And he was the coach. They just called themselves the Naps. How do you not love that? And here's 2 different pictures of Lou Gehrig, and that's the 2 cards. They were from the 1933 Gaudi and the 1933 DeLong set. There's Eddie Collins, Hall of Famer. All these guys are pretty much Hall of Famers. That was box 1. Very nice, interesting stuff. I'm not happy about not knowing who the player is, but then again, if you're out there and you know all these old players by their faces, you need to be in the Hall of Fame. I mean, different. You put a picture of many players from the 80s and 70s, I'm going to get right. Give me some players from 1910. Here's an early Ted Williams. 41 play ball. Ty Cobb with the bat on the shoulder. There's the bat right there. Sure seeing a lot of Cy Young. I wonder how do you organize this set, too? I wanted to organize, they have the numbers on it, 22, 73. Boy, that is going to be, like all the Cy Youngs that we have open. There's Cy Young 5, Cy Young 6, Cy Young 22. Holy smokes. Well, we've already opened a Babe Ruth printing plate, which is great. It's a 101. And now we can find out who the players are. Carl Hubble, Hall of Famer. Ty Cobb, Hall of Famer. Connie Mack, Hall of Famer. Walter Big Train Johnson, Hall of Famer. Be nice to get a cut autograph. Well, that's a rare card, I guess. It's Joe Cronin. If this company made non-sports cards, I might be interested in that. I bet you they do. Historic Autograph and Card Company. Let's see if they make anything else. I mean, I'm not going to do that now, but if they do, I might be interested. Well, I'm going to get a rare card on one of these final 2 packs. I think this was the pack last time I did. It does not look like I'll get anything really rare on this one. So it's going to be in this pack. Will I get another printing plate? What did I miss? Guaranteed insert in every box. Well, what was the insert that I missed? Trying to find out when the box started. I'm just looking up here at the number. Does not look like I got a insert in that box. I'll have to contact the company. First box was right here. I mean, how am I going to know what the insert is? What is the insert? That's an insert? No, that's two, so it isn't that. Maybe that's the insert. It's kind of a goofier shape, but that's goofy too. Did not see an insert in box 2. I might have to save the box and contact the company and let them know you can watch my video. Stained glass card. It says 1 in 5 packs. I haven't received a stained glass card, a written word card. It makes it we get loads of parallels. Like, what is that? Oh, print run 150. So maybe that's the rarer card. Let's go over here and go back to the first box. Print run of 200, just threw that down by accident. Looks like if it's that color, it's 150. 400 if you have the stitching. So let's get to it. So 150, that's still not going to make it really rare. There's 200. All these with the stitching are going to be a little rare. But I did not get a extremely rare card in that last pack or anything, so. That's cool. Cronin at 25. We'll find out what that was about. All right, here we go. So all of these here with like the baseball should be 200. Or 400, excuse me. Yes, 400. Yep, the stitching's 400. That will be 200. 200. Oh, maybe less. Really, you kind of ruined my video. I was going to try to do the jumbo box as well, but that's not going to happen now. We'll just find out what the heck this is. All-time sets. All sorts of different colors here. Well, that and that is different. So I'm guessing that these here would be 200. And these here are, oh, one was stuck. 50. So we have 50, 200. And those are the base 800. And I have a couple more. These four are 150. And these should all be 800 here. I don't see anything different about any of these cards. I'm going to flip it like a deck of cards here. And well, here's one that says 100. 100. We'll get into box 3 here shortly. Found the card that's very rare. And in box 2, that rare card was right here. I think they call these stained glass. 4 of 4, Paul Wainer. I believe he was one of the poisons. I don't know if he was little poison or big poison. You can't beat the nicknames from the early part of the 20th century. All right, here we go. Last packs. There's one of 200 of Lloyd Wainer. Bottomley's a regular. Grover Cleveland Alexander's regular. Cy Young is regular. And George Sisler is a 400 with the space ball. Kind of fun. Don't like the fact that the names are not on the front of the card. There's Napoleon Lajoie of 25. First one of 25 I have. Look at another printing plate. A 101 Chuck Klein. That one you can at least see. I mean, it's a little thicker. I mean, look at that one. And then look at the Babe Ruth one. Oh, that's a black printing plate. That's why. Two packs left. These are about $50 a pack to $60 a pack in most stores that sell these. Interesting product. Fun little opening for once a year. Once we got it figured out what it was. Basically, they put a picture like that. They tell you what card that was of all the Tinker cards that they made. Tinker to Evers to Chance, a very popular double play combination in the early 1900s with the Chicago Cubs. Like 1908, I believe they won the World Series. There's the fronts again, and you have no clue who they are. There is the baseball. These are a 400, 200, and then 800. So the best 3 cards in the box. Got the black printing plate 101, the George Herman Babe Ruth printing plate 101, and then you had the 4 of 4 of Paul Wainer. Hope you're having a good day. I'm going to do this. Hope you're having a good day. Dave's Cards and Sports Games. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.